Hey guys, welcome back to another show, Hope with Jonathan.
Hey
And
guys, how are you?
I got my special main man
Hey, bear
co-host.
with me just a minute. I'm fiddling with my audio here.
You're good, but I got my main man Jared Brown here as a co-host from Warriors Quest show, and we've got a special show for you guys tonight. Kidney Warrior TJ Silkowski. He's got a Facebook page, TJ Needs a Kidney, on Facebook. All of his information is listed there for his transplant hospital. Uh, he is currently on peritoneal dialysis, and he is in search of a living donor. He's listed at Yale New Haven Hospital. The phone number is 1-866-925-3897. You can mention TJ Silkowski. And again, we have a co-host, special co-host, Jared Brown from the Warriors Quest show. Jared Brown, what's going on, man?
Hey, it's good to be here. Thanks for having me come on. Thanks for the invite. It's my pleasure. And it's my passion, and I'm so glad to help any kidney warrior, any kidney disease patient that I can.
Yeah. One of the reasons why I had you on is because you have already interviewed TJ once before. Am I right?
Yeah, it's been a minute, but yeah, I've interviewed him before. He's been on the Warriors Quest show before, for real.
Yeah. Yeah. Guys, without further ado, I believe we're just going to go ahead and get into this. We're going to bring TJ on. Please share this, start a watch party. And guys, we're gonna bring on Kidney Warrior TJ Silkowski.
Hey, TJ.
TJ, what's up, man? Doing all right?
Hey,
how you doing, brother?
Thanks for having me on.
No problem. Thank you for doing the show. Appreciate you.
Yeah, definitely.
So one of the reasons why I had Jared come on. Jared had formerly from the Warriors Quest. You had done Warriors Quest, and I felt like that would be a common thing that you had in common, that you guys had already interviewed, and Jared's used to interviewing lots of different kidney warriors. So I felt like that would make you feel a little more comfortable in the show tonight. Why don't you give us a little backstory, TJ, on yourself? Give us your full name and your age and where you live, and where are you at right now currently with kidney disease?
Well, Tom Silkowski, I'm 44. I live in Connecticut, Newtown, Connecticut. And currently I am on the living donor list for Yale New Haven Hospital. And I am being worked also in New York for the New York University. And there's another hospital there, and I don't remember the name of it. But I'm going there on the 16th of December to be worked up for them.
Okay.
All right. So you're trying to get listed at a second hospital?
Yeah, I'm trying to get wherever I can in the tri-state.
Yes, that's definitely a good idea. Staying at just one transplant hospital, sometimes it's better for your odds to get, listed as many places as you can. So I think it's a good idea. I'm in your corner on that one. What blood type are you, TJ?
AB.
Okay, so you're an AB. Jared, do you know
Yes.
what AB can they accept an O as well?
I can accept.
I'd have to take a look quickly, but you know what, I've really made a big push when I'm trying to, broadcast information about somebody looking for a kidney donor. I've almost not even asked the kidney disease patient for the blood type anymore, because
Yeah.
I feel like, even Kent Bressler said this, and I agree with him.
Yes.
We should really have everybody apply regardless of the blood type. And
Exactly.
especially with the paired exchange program, I think that,
Right.
it could be a bigger advantage, because even if they're not the right blood type, then they can still apply, and it speeds up TJ's chances
Right.
tremendously. It really does.
Yeah.
Because then all of a sudden, and these organ procurement organizations start to work on matching them up. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. I totally agree with you, for sure. And I'm glad you mentioned the Parrot Exchange program, because that was one of the next things I was going to talk about. The Parrot Exchange program is an amazing program where someone can donate a kidney, even if they're not a compatible match to TJ's blood type, and they can go into the system, which I believe it's UNOS, and trade out,
Right.
swap out a donor's kidney, and TJ would end up receiving a kidney from the program, and then another person would receive the donor's kidney, which it's an amazing program. It's a win-win.
It really is.
So,
It's
TJ, you're
so
familiar
exciting.
with that?
Yes, definitely.
You from? Okay.
Yep.
Do you have any family history of kidney failure?
No, I don't. I was born
No.
with just a kidney. That's what my issue was, and that one kidney needed to be operated on right away. It wasn't
Oh,
functioning,
wow.
and it lasted 20 something years, and then it conked out on me.
Wow. And they proceeded to tell you that you needed to go on to dialysis. Did you go on hemodialysis or peritoneal?
Both. I did hemo at first, and then I did peritoneal for a short period of time.
Well, what made you decide to go on peritoneal from hemo?
Because I didn't like the way I was feeling.
Okay.
This time around, I had no choice to, because I was losing feeling in my fingers. I was feel syndrome happening to my, and it was screwing them up.
Yeah,
and they're just
that's painful too. The Steele syndrome is painful.
It's terrible. You can't win.
Yeah. So let's see. You're doing peritoneal at home, and you're doing that at nighttime. Do you do the cycler, manual exchanges, or what's your process?
I do the cycler. I got it right here.
Okay. Okay. And do you have a room that you store all your supplies in, or are they just kind of sporadically spread out, or?
Well, I have a little tub here, but I keep some in my car. I have an SUV. Use the back of it, so I keep, a little stockpile back there, because I don't have a big place, so I can't just keep of stuff in my place. So I have a garage.
Yeah.
Maybe 30 minutes or so away from here. It's a friend of mine's.
Yeah.
Childhood friend. I've known him literally, I don't know, 40 years. And he lets me store it in his garage. He has a real big garage.
Yeah, that's one thing I remember. I went on home hemodialysis for a while, and that's one thing I remember about the supplies was it took up so much room. and we had boxes everywhere. And I tried to keep them as organized as possible. I remember the first delivery was like 74 boxes, and it was a lot of boxes.
They overdid it on mine too. I don't know why they ordered so much. Like I never use it in my lifetime if I stay on dialysis. It was that much. It was like a pallet and a half of just random. It was a waste in my opinion, because I now I switched over to the cycler, and they weren't going to take all that stuff back. So what I had to get rid of it personally.
Yeah. You know, when I had my transplant, they didn't want anything back other than a machine. That's all they took back was my machine. And I did home hemo, but I had an excess of supplies. I mean, just a lot of different supplies, and they didn't want any of them back. They basically told me to get rid of them.
Right. That's what they told me too.
So kind of crazy. You know, you would have thought that maybe someone could have made use of some of the supplies, but they said no, we can't take back any of the dialysate boxes, nothing. Even though it had
I've
never
heard
been
of that
used.
happening. You know, Leslie DeVoe just recently, she's been, I think, transplanted 6 months ago, maybe something like that, and she had a bunch of boxes and stuff. You know, and it's
what
you'd think there would be just a better way to recycle this, not necessarily recycle. Maybe that's the wrong word because they're not using it again. It's just never been used, and you'd think there'd be a better way to kind of redistribute something that's brand new, never been opened. You know.
Right. And I mean, you're talking about the medical industry, that things are so expensive, and then they tell you, oh, just throw it away. Well, you know, I'm guessing they've already been compensated for that. So to them, it doesn't matter, but it doesn't make sense to just throw it all away or get rid of it. But that was what was told to me. You know, you got to dispose of it yourself and just get rid of it any way you can. And I'm like, okay. But
it's not the first time I've heard that.
It's kind of, it's pretty sad.
It is,
especially with, you know, people out there that are fighting to have insurance and stuff like this. They can't get their supplies, or they can't afford this or that, and then they're telling us to just get rid of your supplies because you.
Yeah, and then you have
no
some
longer,
people who need them, you know, and I'm hoping that somehow that we're not the only ones who have this concern, and that somehow, you know, there are people that are involved that are trying to resolve this issue, because it just seems like I've read this in so many Facebook groups.
I think it's a waste of
money. And oh, for sure, TJ, for sure. It's really sad. But I mean, I even have I have a cart. I ended up buying a cart from almost like a hardware store. I paid about $50 for it, and we used it for the machine to make it mobile, where I could push the machine around, get it out of the way whenever I wasn't using it. And on the bottom, it had a shelf, and I had all the supplies on the shelf that I needed for treatment. And I've got I have needles brand new. I have boxes of gloves. I have all kind of stuff that was left over. And, they said, we can't take it back. You just dispose of it. And I'm like, wow.
That's crazy.
It's
crazy.
And you wonder why health
TJ,
expensive.
Oh, for sure. So TJ, why don't you tell us a little bit about how you ended up getting diagnosed with kidney disease? I know you said you were born with one kidney and it just ended up failing, but can you expand on that a little bit more?
It failed. It wasn't adequate enough for my body anymore. It was too small.
Right.
It wasn't doing its job. You know, it just failed. I had a feeling that, you know, I knew it was going to happen sooner. It was all a matter of time. And my sister knew it too, you know, but it is what it is. I mean, you can't really.
It is what it is.
It is. I mean, you can't do
Yeah.
it. What are you going to do? You can't cry about it. It's not going to go away. So if anything, you just got to make the best of it, I guess, for a lack of this.
Yeah. So as you know, you're currently listed on the transplant list. How long have you been listed there in Yale New Haven? How long have you been listed there?
I would say about maybe 6 years altogether.
Okay.
6 years. Wow.
Yeah.
So
and
you've been
on to the top of the list. I got a kidney transplant in Pennsylvania, and I had a reaction to the medication. And then
Right. I remember you saying that.
From there, everybody took me off the list. So all those years I was on the list waiting to get up to the top, I ended up getting screwed because now I can only have a living donor. And I'm trying to fight that with them, but I don't hear nothing back from them. And I get overwhelmed with all kinds of stuff that I got going on. I just forget. I forget about it.
Yeah, it's got to be a little frustrating for you.
It sucks because I got to do it by myself. You know,
Yeah.
Have anybody to help me out with it.
So why don't you explain to people what your process is with PD? Like you have to go to bed on a certain time and your schedule and all that and all the setup and
basically it takes, I don't know, maybe an hour to set it up. You know, with all the bags and all the different things you need. And I can either do it during the day or do it at nighttime. It all really makes a difference on how I want to do it. Basically, if I have something going on at night where I don't want to, you know, I may have a possibility of missing my treatment, then I'll calculate for that and do it during the day. It's only about 8 hours or so, 9 hours. So far, since I've been doing it, I haven't been able to sleep at all. Like maybe the first or second night I slept a little bit, but ever since then, I can't sleep worth nothing.
How many hours of sleep do you get on average per night?
I don't get hardly any. Like maybe one.
Wow.
Sleep today.
Wow. Yeah, kidney disease causes insomnia, and I even suffered with it, you know, for a while. Even though I'm a kidney transplant patient, I've been transplanted since August, and I still am struggling a little bit to get like 8 hours a night. I'm not getting 8 hours a night. I'm getting probably around 5. But when I was on dialysis, I would get maybe 2 to 3 sometimes. I'd be up and down all night and just wake up for no reason. Just be up.
And I'm up. Like once I'm up, I'm up. Like 2 o'clock in the morning, and I have like nothing going on. I'm like just completely up, and I just stay up. I try to lay down. I go back to bed, try to close my eye. I just can't fall asleep. I don't know why. I don't know if it's that I have it in my mind that I'm hooked up to a machine or what. I don't know. But
yeah,
get a few hours of sleep, and during the day, I wake up. I'm up all night, and I'm up, you know, straight until in the morning. And morning time comes, I'm falling asleep.
Yeah.
Go get some breakfast, something, come home, have a small coffee, and I actually fall asleep.
All right. So how alert and how much energy do you have during the day because of this problem?
Well, this is all new now because I just started the cycler. I have no energy. I can't get out of my own way. I don't even want to go out grocery shopping or nothing. I don't want to do that. Like I do online school. I don't even do that because I'm just in such funk. I don't know.
Yeah.
It just seems like my doctor's on top of it. You know, like my blood pressure's been through the roof for God knows how long.
Mm-hmm.
And, I'm not seeing any change in anything.
Yeah. Wow.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's
I
it's
could.
got to be extremely frustrating. I mean, one of the
Sure.
things that keeps us sane is sleep.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
if we don't get enough sleep, we become irritable, and then we don't think
Yeah.
logically, and all these different things. So, man, that's got to be something that is, very frustrating. Um,
Yeah, it's a chain reaction too. I
I'm
don't.
hoping that we can get some other kidney warriors that are watching this that can comment and help us by giving their comments and feedback in regards to what's helped them fall asleep and get sleep with insomnia.
Oh, for sure. For sure. Guys, if you're watching this, please start a watch party. Share this with your friends. If you come across this video later on, Facebook page is TJ Needs a Kidney, and he's listed at Yale New Haven Hospital. Um, Guys, TJ has expressed a little bit about the issues with fighting kidney disease, insomnia, things like that, having to deal with peritoneal dialysis, his schedule, all that. So, TJ is definitely in need of a living donor to step forward and give him his gift of life. And we're doing this show, along with Jared Brown from Warriors Quest to try to give TJ some hope here. And I really appreciate everybody's feedback and support. So if you would, please share this. Hey, TJ, I know I seen that you have some friends there at your house. I'm guessing your dog. Is that like he's
I
like your best
remember his
bud?
dog. When you were on the Warriors Quest show, I remember you showing the dog.
Yeah, that's my buddy.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. Do you
Yeah,
take him everywhere you go, or?
I take him to a lot of places.
Yeah.
I he's absolutely awesome. He doesn't need a leash or nothing. He'll stay right. He's awesome.
That's
I take him
awesome.
wherever I can take him. I take him as long as I'm
That's
not
so
going to
That's
go out
cool.
awesome.
amount of time. I take him.
Literally your best friend. Yeah.
Yeah, if he
Yeah.
could come, then that's cool.
Yeah. Well, I've got two cats, but I'm kind of a dog person. But then I ended up, getting some cats, and they become my buddies too. So
Yeah, I love
know,
animals in general. They have their pros and cons. Dogs sometimes, in my opinion, become a little too high maintenance, where they always want your attention. And
yeah,
cats are almost the opposite, where they don't need your attention very much. It's almost like,
yeah,
oh, whatever. But
yeah,
they're both. I have an outdoor cat and I've got an indoor dog, and again, they have their advantages, and um, sometimes the dog drives me nuts with his constantly needing attention. But and sometimes the cat's like I won't see the cat for days because it's an outdoor cat, and all of a sudden it comes and wants food. So it's like
oh yeah,
animals are awesome, and especially when you're going through some sort of trial, such as yours,
oh yeah,
TJ. It's awesome that you've got like a friend like that who,
yeah,
dogs can be one of the most forgiving animals. You can scold them and say, "Hey, bad dog, stay on the rug," and then all of a sudden he wants to lick your face and give you loves. It's like they just love you no matter what. They're awesome.
Yeah, they
yeah,
say you're a big portion of the dog's life, or the dog is a big portion of your life, but you're the entire life of that
You're the
dog.
only, yeah, you're the dog's only life. Yeah,
yeah.
He
right.
knows nothing else but.
Very, yeah, very therapeutic, I would say.
Yeah, I'm a big dog fan. I gotta have
Yeah.
a dog.
Remind me what breed of dog it is. Is it a beagle?
A border collie.
That's right. That's right.
What's great about that is if you're having a bad day, or you're struggling, and he's always going to be there, for you emotionally. Like he don't. I mean, he probably doesn't have a concept, about dialysis or anything, but he's going to give you that pure love and emotion that you're needing to, uh, especially whenever you're having a bad day. It seems like they kind of pick up on that. So
Definitely. He's really smart. He knows when I'm down. He knows it. Not to be down in front of him. They say not to do that because the dog doesn't understand if it's something they did or not.
Yeah.
So you try not to show too much emotion in front of them. I mean, outside of being happy, obviously. But I try. He definitely, no doubt about it, he knows.
Yep. It's wild how dogs have that great sense of emotion. They can pick up on stuff like that. I don't know if our human body, puts off some sort of pheromone or some sort of something that comes off of our body that gives them that sense that, hey, something's wrong. Maybe I should give my my friend some attention. So I don't know. Just seems like that the dogs are wired that way.
Yeah, definitely. Some are anyway.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about Jared's brother. Let's talk about Jeff Brown. So
Yeah,
Jeff's been.
Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about the thing.
So Jeff.
Yeah,
Jeff Brown.
Jeff and I, man, we love doing work for Kidney Warriors. We've got a lot of passion for it, and it's been awesome to kind of grow together, and to learn graphic design, learn how to do video, and really be able to advocate for others. It's awesome. It's gratifying. One of the most gratifying things there is to either interview somebody or advocate for somebody and then find out that they've gotten a successful kidney transplant. It's very gratifying. It's good work. But Jeff does great work. There's some, we have some differences, and we add a little bit of flow and a little, he'll zig, I'll zag, but we'll learn things from one another. And I love his drive. He's got moxie. He's always trying to learn more and learn new things.
Yeah, so I was wondering, and that's awesome, Jared. I concur. I mean, Jeff is an amazing guy. He's an amazing friend and advocate. And he contacted me a couple of months ago, and we talk a lot and we share a lot. And he's definitely been a good friend to me, and a mentor, and trying to help me learn how to help these other kidney patients, kidney warriors. With posting for them and trying to help share for them. But I was wondering, with you, TJ, how did you get associated with Jeff?
I don't really remember, to be honest with you. He reached out, I think.
Okay.
Must have been on maybe some of the kidney transplant Facebook pages. I'm guessing. I'm not. To be honest with you, I don't remember. It all happened.
It sounds typical.
I didn't know if it was something that like I should be okay with or not, because I still was getting internet.
Yeah.
I still don't, to be honest with you. But I mean, obviously, guys.
Yeah.
But yeah, to be honest with you, I don't remember.
It sounds par for the course. I'll be honest with you. It sounds typical because Jeff.
It does.
Jeff
will read a post,
he's everywhere,
especially like in a Facebook group, and sometimes his heartstrings will be tugged, and he'll try to reach out to somebody because he's got a great heart. He really does. Very compassionate.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was.
And he cares a lot about you guys. Everybody that he is advocating for, he talks about you guys a lot, and he shares like before he'll post your guys' poster, he'll share it with me, and he does some really really great posters for you guys, and I think it's awesome. So I think he's a great asset, and he's one of the reasons why we're doing this interview, and that's one of the reasons why I wanted to bring him up is because without him, we probably wouldn't be doing this interview right now because Jeff has got me in front of just all kind of different people and patients, and I've had a lot of people communicate with me that probably wouldn't have communicated with me if it wouldn't have been for Jeff. So shout out to Jeff Brown.
You wouldn't even know each other,
Right.
Right. Yeah.
You guys are angels.
And
God bless you.
the great thing is see, I interviewed with Jared first. I interviewed with him. So this is kind of how it worked. It was like with Jared, I interviewed with him, and then I think Jeff seen me on Jared's show, the Warriors Quest show. And then from there, I ended up, getting involved with Jeff. So it's crazy how, things work. But TJ, TJ, my heart goes out to you, brother. And, I want you to know we're in your corner. We're going to continue to keep sharing for you and advocating for you, a living donor. You're currently listed at the Yale New Haven Hospital. And the phone number is 1-866-925-3897. You can mention TJ Silkowski. And so going forward, right at the moment, where are you currently at with the transplant? Is there, are you having any other workups that you're having to do annually or anything like that going on?
I got the ones in New York City at the New York University. Name of the other one. It starts with a P. It's a real famous hospital.
Starts with a C.
With a P, as in Paul.
Oh, with a P?
Yeah. It's,
okay.
Presbyterian.
Oh, Presbyterian.
Okay.
I've heard of that before. It's in the New York area.
Yeah, it's a real big. There's like they have.
Is it Columbia University maybe?
No. It's
Presbyterian.
Presbyterian. I think it's the Cornwall building.
Okay.
I think.
Okay.
And so forth. I guess it's multiple areas that it's in. But I'm there on the 16th of December.
Okay. Well, like I said, I think that's a great ideal. Get listed at as many places as you can. And guys, we've also, discussed the Parrot Exchange program. Even if you're not a complete match to TJ, you can, definitely get involved with that. You can talk about that. I'm sure that the hospital that TJ's at, is familiar with that. And the Parrot Exchange program, you can definitely Google search. The National Kidney Fund has an amazing write-up on their website about, and explains it really well on the National Kidney Fund's website. Or it's actually a National Kidney Foundation has it on their website. And like I said, if you Google search Parrot Exchange, there's a whole lot of different articles that will come up and explain to you exactly what Parrot Exchange is. And it's an amazing program. Really happy you came on.
I mean, I've had living kidney donors I've interviewed, and so many of them have stated that it sped up, expedited the chances of people getting kidney donors. And it literally does that. And so, it sometimes can be a little frustrating when you hear, hey, that you're not my blood type. But that's okay. We need to change that into a positive and think you can still apply. And when you do apply, even though your kidney doesn't go to me, it'll go to someone else. Someone else will get that. Someone else will actually swap, and there will be a kidney found for me, another kidney donor that is my right blood type. And it speeds the whole process up, where you ordinarily you know, they say it's 5 to 7 years. Sometimes it's more when you're on the waiting list.
Yeah.
And with the paired exchange program, this speeds it up.
Yeah, and it also helps out multiple people too.
Right,
exactly.
Yeah.
Two people, it's a chain of events that, you know. So like I get helped, and my kidney transplant donor will help somebody else, and then so forth, and it's just goes right down the line.
Yes. Yes. And I've heard of cases. I've heard of a story that there was like 13 or something, and somewhere in Houston, I believe, that someone was telling me there's like 13 people involved in a swap, and that's awesome. It's just awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So
helps out a lot of people.
Hey, shout out to Patty Cox. Patty Cox is from Ireland. He's watching from, I think it may be from my watch party.
Oh, shout out to Patty Cox.
Wow.
What's going on, Patty?
All the way from
Patty
Ireland.
Patty has the dialyzer
I think I'm
clothing.
pronouncing it wrong. I think it's more like potty. So I maybe, you know, it's my American accent, so I apologize.
Yeah. But he's got that dialyzer clothing line.
Yes, that's right. Exactly.
Involved in. And it's
Yeah.
amazing. It's amazing clothing line. So shout out to Patty. Thank you for watching. Appreciate your support. Also, Bobby Bookholtz has been on. He commented to you. He's saying, it will happen, TJ. Stay positive. You know, and that's amazing because Bobby's a warrior himself, and he's in need of a kidney as well. He lives in Louisville, Kentucky. So he's, you know, giving you some positive vibes there. We got Tammy Robinson on here, and
hey, thanks for watching, Tammy.
Yeah, we really appreciate it. Appreciate all the support from you guys, everybody who's watching currently. TJ Needs a Kidney is the Facebook page. You can go on there and find out any information you want. You can actually go on there if you're interested in becoming his donor. There's a link on there that you can get pre-screened right away, and it's right there on his Facebook page. TJ Needs a Kidney. So, guys, I really appreciate you guys coming on tonight. It's been an amazing show. I've really enjoyed it. And TJ, is there anything else that you would like to say to a potential donor that would possibly, you know, want to be your donor?
Just even if you want to give it a shot, I appreciate it with everything I have, all my heart. I appreciate it. I appreciate everything you guys do as well.
Sure. You know, I do this because of my personal journey and my personal experience with kidney disease. And it's one of the reasons why it inspired me to do Hope with Jonathan was, you know, I knew that I couldn't go and just crawl in a hole somewhere after what I had experienced with a near-death experience with kidney disease and some of the things I experienced with dialysis. Although I wasn't on dialysis very long, it was long enough. And I wanted to, you know, help other kidney patients, other kidney warriors, you know, try to help them get transplanted as well. And I just felt like that there needed to be more exposure in this, you know, kidney disease world and the kidney disease community. And there needs to be more education and more shows like this, and more people talking about it. We need to get the whole world talking about it because.
Yes.
You know, there's a whole lot of us out there that are suffering
we got to start a
kidney
movement.
Disease. Yeah, for sure.
A lot of people what it's about.
Yeah.
Neither. You know, they don't think. In my opinion, I don't see it as they think of it as something major, like a life-changing, you know, issue, which it is. Because I mean, obviously, if you have my shoes, you're never going to know. But I mean, it is.
Yep.
I don't people realize how drastic it is. You know, it's a kidney. It's an organ. You need it.
Changes your whole life. And you're right. People who aren't connected to this disease, they don't they don't have a great understanding. Oftentimes they'll see you, and because sometimes there aren't outwardly signs that you're sick. They
Right.
don't get that empathy from you that way, because sometimes it's easy to see when someone's crying. It's easy to see when someone's maybe bleeding or bruised. It's
Yep.
easier to see when maybe someone's fevered, to feel someone that's fevered, to know they're sick. And the thing about kidney warriors, kidney disease patients, is that sometimes they don't have that outwardly appearance. And so some people think, and this is one of the biggest misconceptions, is that just because they're on dialysis, they're just fine.
No way.
They're fine. Okay, yeah, they're fine. Is
Yep.
that in that that this is a
Yep.
life support. Okay, dialysis is a life support, so that is good, but the quality of life is not good.
It's
Quality
not.
of life
Right.
is not good. You've got insomnia you've talked about. Okay, there are other kidney warriors that have other issues, fatigue, fogginess of memory. There's anemia, they become anemic, low on iron. There's so many different things, cardiovascular problems.
Yeah.
Yes.
It exacerbates other issues that are underlying, and other people don't get that, and that's why awareness is so important. Uh, you know uh, we need to get this out to as many people as possible. Make sure people understand. Give them a glimpse of an understanding. I get it. All right,
Oh yeah.
that maybe they won't be able to feel fogginess of memory. They won't be able to feel um, the thrill, okay, that you guys have when you have a fistula, or when you have PD. They won't be able to understand the catheter. They may not be able to feel those things, but talking about it, like you said, Jonathan, talking about it and
Yeah.
having a discussion at least gives them just a sliver, okay,
Oh yeah.
just a little bit of an understanding, and helps them envision things in their mind, okay. And that's
Yeah.
really what we want, is we want people to have more empathy, because what empathy leads to is compassion. And boy,
Right.
I want more people to have compassion, especially for those that are looking for a kidney donor.
Right. Right.
Definitely.
And that's one of the reasons why I had you on tonight, Jared, because I really appreciate everything that you do. And I know that you have compassion for these kidney warriors. So definitely appreciate you coming on tonight and
Welcome.
doing Hope
Gladly
with
done.
Jonathan. Yeah. And, it's awesome to work alongside some of the other kidney advocates as well, Steve Belcher and Jim Myers, Kent Bressler with kidneysolutions.org. So many others,
Mm-hmm.
Bella Langston, Don Kurkowski, all of the advocates out there, people that are out there spreading the message and getting the word out. But we need so many more,
We do.
of us.
We
And
need an army.
yeah, we do. But TJ, brother, I really appreciate you coming on. Was there anything else that you would like to discuss or bring up while you have the chance?
Um, no, I don't. I can't think of anything right now.
Anybody that you want to say hello or give a shout out to?
All my friends and family on Facebook, I guess,
All right. All right.
There you go. There you go.
giving me a shot and giving a shot at maybe being a donor. I appreciate it with all my heart.
Good. Good. Good.
No
Even
doubt.
Hey, everybody, don't be stingy.
hiring.
All right. Smash that share button. All right. Send it out to a Facebook group, your own Facebook feed. Share it, and please help us get the word out for TJ's sake. Let's give him a really good chance. Send it out to as many
Right.
people as we can, so that we can reach more people.
Yeah. And like Jared said, don't be stingy. Share it, and when you share it, don't worry about, you know, who's going to see it, because you never know who's going to see it, right? And who it's going to get in front of. You never know that one person that it gets in front of may feel, you know, impressed to come forward for TJ and be his donor.
That's right. All it takes is one. All I need is
Just
one kid.
one. That's right. That's right. And that's a great point, TJ, because a lot of people have a misconception about donation. And you can definitely live a perfectly healthy life with one kidney.
Definitely.
You can.
And
yeah, and that one remaining kidney increases in size and compensates for the transplanted kidney.
Yep.
So, man, let's get the word out. We need a compassionate, healthy person to move, you know, to come forward, regardless of the blood type. The paired exchange program will help connect somebody to TJ. But you know, if you're healthy and you'd like to donate, just call this transplant, that transplant hospital coordinator phone number. Let's get this rolling, okay? If you got questions, they'll answer your questions. But if the long and short of it is, living kidney donors live on typically very normal lives. So cyclists, fitness people, joggers, okay, they do virtually the same things they were doing previously before the surgery.
Yeah, and I agree with that. I concur, because a lot of them are athletes and in great shape. And I've seen different pages and different groups that a lot of different athletes are actually kidney donors.
Yeah.
Usually, like you said, cyclists, joggers, runners, things like that. So, but I mean, there's other patients or people that have donated kidneys as well. You know, from different you know, sections of life, not just athletes. But it seems like there is a pretty good sized group of people in that, you know, athletes are a lot of them are donors. So.
Well, it's been an honor, and it's great to see you, TJ. Man, I'm rooting for you, brother.
Thank you very much, and thanks for having me on and doing this for me.
You're welcome. God bless you.
I really appreciate it. And Jared, it was an honor again coming on, doing Hope with Jonathan. Jared Brown, guys, from the Warriors Quest, amazing co-host. And again, TJ Silkowski, man, it was an honor. I appreciate you doing it. I really do. And I really feel like it's going to be beneficial for you, and on a positive note. And again, Jared, really appreciate you. And Jeff Brown, you know, we appreciate you too for helping us out, getting this meeting set up.
Yeah.
And again, guys, this has been another episode of Hope with Jonathan. Catch us here on Facebook, and if not, you can catch it on YouTube. I have a YouTube channel, Hope, Give the Gift of Life, and you can find it on YouTube, and that it'll be on there. And if you can't find it on Facebook, like I said, it'll be on YouTube. Guys, again, I really appreciate it. Get your kidneys checked out and donate life.
All right, brother.
Appreciate y'all coming on Hope with Jonathan. We're gonna end the show.
All right, it's been good. Thank you. God bless. Peace.
Thank you. God bless.
Have a good night.
You too.